Come on, Buster. Come on. Come on here. Come on. Here. Come on. Woo! Woo! Clap, clap. That's Earl's clapping noise. You happy to be live? I got a little video of Earl before we went live because he was talking away, wasn't you? Let me see if I can find some breeze to entice Buster to come out. Bo. You're so sweet, girl. Come on. Come on here, Bus. Come on. Let's see. What do I have out here, Earl? Make Buster come over this way. I had a couple things hidden back there, but I can't get back there, huh, Earl? Are you dancing? You were just singing all kinds of stuff a little bit ago, weren't you? Calling us jerks. I said, Earl, do you want to go live? He said, jerk. Didn't you? Come on, Bus. Come on here. Look at these toothbrushes. Look, Buster. Earl was so concerned about Buster's water. He kept saying, do you need some water? You need some water? I don't know if you can see it. I put a little bowl in Buster's room. And then he took a bath in it. So, and I can't clean it up right now because he don't like me in his room. Just a little disclaimer. I am expecting packages today. And Bo and Max are in here with me. And when they see the mail person, they're going to go insane. So, just a little warning if you have headphones on. I know Amanda usually puts that disclaimer up there too, and then I'll try to pin a post here in a minute. What are you doing, Earl? I'm gonna still have the sound on because I can hear you. Over here. Hello, everybody. Yeah, sometimes they don't do a whole lot. This is just them playing. Earl's in his little box and his Barbie dream house. So sometimes the lives are more just for adult time, I guess. So if you're not into that, that's okay. Yeah, tell him, Earl. Earl, you gonna dance today? Buster, come here. Alright, I can probably get Buster out here, but I'll be right back. You stay, Bubba. Stay right there. I didn't mean for that to sound so loud. I promise it wasn't. Wouldn't have hurt him or anything. Let's see. Hi, Bud Earl. Trying to get them, both of them in frame. You gonna play with the broom? Ah! Get it, Buster. You get that evil broom. Here's your toothbrush. Here, look. Here's your toothbrush. Woo! You singing, Earl? You gonna clap and sing? I have the air on in my room too. We have a little window air. It's been really hot this week, so I'm gonna turn it up a little bit, but you may hear that from time to time. Buster, why'd you go back in there? Did you call Buster a jerk? Buster, he called you a jerk. That wasn't very nice, was it? Tell him, Earl. Say, stay out here. Hello, everybody. Go that way. Go over that way. I'll draw your lines. Here. There you go. You're gonna have to buy me a new broom and dustpan, sir. Good morning. Is that funny, Earl?
Hey, Earl.
What are you doing, Earl? What you talking about, Earl? You wanna dance? You were getting down the other day, weren't you? You guys see Buster? I can't tell. No. Hang on. Woo! You guys see the white dinosaur? There we go. Yep.
No.
Earl, you're so funny.
What are you doing, Earl?
What are you doing, Earl? Are you being silly?
Here.
Yeah, he kept telling Buster to come here, didn't you?
Come on, bud.
Come on, Bubba. Where are you going, Bus? Come back. Oh, now you gotta get your other dustpan. Bring it out here. Can you bring it out here, sir?
Woo!
Woo! Get it, Earl.
More?
You want more? If you guys didn't hear me earlier, Earl kept saying, "You need some water? You need some water?" So he's worried about Buster with his water, huh, Earl? And I got Buster a little bowl of water, so then he took a bath and it made a mess in there. Huh, Buster? Did you make a mess in your water?
Woo!
Woo! Okay, I'm annoying Buster. Come on here, Bus. Come on. Here. Come on. There you go. You gonna move that thing around? Hmm? Are you watching them, Earl? You guys are so funny. Oh, Buster's hiding behind the...
You okay?
You okay? Yeah, he's okay. Buster, see, he does care about you. Behind that hard exterior is a really loving African gray. Good boy. I have lo-fi beats playing in the background. So if that ends up being, like, if you can hear it, because I know with iPhones, he's okay, Earl. They often pick up the sound from behind. So if it's too loud, let me know. I can go turn it down or turn it off. I know with headphones on too, it can be tricky. You watching me, Buster? What is it, Earl? Come on, Bub. Oh, thank you, Kathy. They love you too. Come on, Bub. Or come on, Bub. One of those is what you said, huh? Buster and his brooms, huh?
Lord. Look at that, or what I am. Good luck. Here, you have water?
Yes, he has water. He has plenty of water.
Bird? Ooh, Earl. Look, Earl.
Hey, Bud Earl.
Water? Okay. Come here. Go, water.
Earl's concerned about Buster today for some reason. You worried he doesn't have enough water? Hmm?
Come on, look. You know, you there?
Mm-hmm.
I do it though. What you got? What is your? No water?
He's really hooked on that water thing today. I don't know. This morning, right before I got him out, I changed his water before, because like he's out all day, so normally I change his water, do his papers and everything before they go to bed. And today, for whatever reason, I just decided to change his water beforehand. He's listening to me. Oh, was that boring? Excuse me, sir. So I don't know if that's what, because when I changed his water this morning, he made the water running sound. I can't make that sound. But, so yeah, that's been his gig all day is water. Do you need some water? You got enough water? You okay? Buster has kind of gotten to the point where we have to feed him, or not feed, give him water to drink from us. He, for whatever reason, he doesn't like drinking it out of his cage. I mean, he will, but to make sure he gets enough water, we've been hand feeding it to him a lot. What are you hissing at me for?
Come on, bud. Okay. Here. Look, lower. Take me up over.
Earl? Watch your mouth. You don't have to, me, you need to watch your mouth, turdy bird. Turdy bird. Thanks for that. Are you frozen, Buster? Am I a little too close to you? Am I too close? I'm sorry. I'm checking on you. Okay, I'll go over here. I'm back. Uh-huh. Tell him, Earl. Buster, you good boy? You want a piece of cheese?
Here. Okay?
Okay.
Come
Is that right?
Go more. Come here. Here. You are?
You are? How about bread? Want that? I gotta clean. Oh, no, you don't want that? I'll have to pick that up later. I have to clean over here. Don't you mess with me. It can wait. I know that look. Come on. Tell him, Earl. Buster. That's right, Earl.
Well, you know, Earl.
He said the F word a little bit back when I started telling him to watch his mouth. He had said the F word. Buster.
You know more?
I don't know what he said there. You something. You let him something. You want some toys out of there? You want some toys? Let's see. You want this? You want a lion? Where's your toothbrush, Buster? He took one toothbrush. I can't go in his room and get it because it's still back there. It literally just had the head of the toothbrush. He had torn it off the top and was carrying it around. He's been messing with this Jeep quite a bit. He likes the Kindle that's sitting on it. He's told him a couple stories. Quit hissing at me, sir. You got your broom again? Oh. Stay right there a second. Let me clean this up because I don't want you walking through that. I keep rags now for cleanups during lives with soapy water, and then I have a little bag to put them in. I gotta wash them in.
Come here.
We good? I gave him one of mine. He has a couple of them still. Oh, I didn't mean to scare you. He does have a couple scrubbed outies still. I think one's behind his cage and one is in the kitchen. He's been real into toothbrushes lately. He chewed up a rubber ducky this morning. His head is around here somewhere. And you guys know Earl doesn't really play with toys a whole lot. He will toss around a ball a little bit. Let me see if he wants his. He's got his last foot toy. I ordered a few more from Temu. Hi, Buster. You want that? But that's about all he really likes is those little, I call them foot toys. That's what they call them. They're basically a little styrofoam ball. Oh, you happy, Earl? But that's his last little one. You can go under, but you can't go up on his. That's his turf, okay? I know, but that's his turf. That's his football field. Boop, boop. Actually, like I said, I think they do really well in here. We've been staying in here quite a bit. My grandson started back to homeschool, and he has lives 4 days a week, so I think it's nicer to kind of keep him in this area so he doesn't have to explain the birds screaming in the background or calling people jerks. Huh, Earl? You wouldn't call somebody a jerk, right? What did Buster have? Yeah, Buster has plenty of turf. Oh, he had one of those, what do they call them, Chinese handcuffs, is what I think he had. I'm pretty sure. It's okay, I just moved the gate, sir. Oh, there's the duck head from earlier, right by the broom. Yeah, it was the Chinese handcuffs. I got them at Dollar Corner store. And he likes to chew some of them up. Oh.
Earl?
No, they don't. They get cockatooed. Not very often. We did, right after right after Buddy died, we went away, just him and I, for the weekend. It wasn't even 2 days. It was like a day and a half. And recently we met friends from where we used to live, at the beach for 2.5 days. But not a lot. I'm kind of a homebody. I like my home, but I don't like to leave the birds a lot, and it takes a lot of planning, because I have to have, I have, adult kids here, but then I also have to coordinate, like, with, one of my other kids to be here as well. And I could board them. I don't know. I'm just really nervous about it. The one place that boards birds, they'd be right out around everybody else. It makes me nervous. And I've met a few people around here that have birds, but none of them have big birds. Earl, I could get, sometime, like when we went, the one time, my daughter kept Earl. Earl likes to go stay at his sister's. She babysits sometimes. I don't know. I worry Buster wouldn't eat and drink if he was boarded. Huh, Buster? If I miss anything, hopefully you'll let me. Out of my 8 human kids, I have 1 son. 7 girls and a boy. And don't feel bad for him. He's got it made. His sisters adore him. They do anything in the world for him. I remember people used to say when he was little, like, oh, the poor kid, all those sisters. I'm like, he has got it made. They absolutely adore him. You playing, Earl? Buster, honey, what are you trying to get? Because I'll grab it for you. Is it the little... You want the little wheel? I'm just moving the gate. You be nice to me. I'm nice to you. Is this what you want? Is that what you wanted? Tell him, Earl. That's kind of heavy. Oh! You're being dramatic. Ugh, did I hurt your feelings? My goodness. Here, I'll put it right here. Is that better? Did I hurt your feelings? Here's a bink bink. Look here. Ooh. There's a bink. love when Earl says wahoo. There's something down in that toy box that he really wants, but I can't figure out what it is. Of course, he could get in there easily and get back out. Oh, thanks for that, Buster. Gross. Yeah, that is not your job. You think it's my job to clean it up, don't you? You tell me that all the time. Yucky. I'm smart on you guys now. Uh-huh. I've got cleaning rags. Ha, Buster. Buster has told me before he's pooped and told me to clean it up. I've just never caught it on video. Hey, Willie.
Look at it, Earl.
Hi, Susan. All right, everybody, thanks for being here. Buster, where'd you go? Where is he? I turned my head for a second, Buster. Oh, he's back under his cage. I'll try and get him. Woo! Let's hear it, Earl. I don't know if you could. Can you guys? Yeah, you can see Earl. Bussy. Come here. Let's see what you were trying to get out of here. Let me get that bread down in here. Oh, I found your rubber ducky. Here's his duck head from earlier. It does look like that. That's after a cockatoo gets it. Look, here, you want your duck? Come on. Come here, boss. Buster, you are so crazy. You're crazy. You and your brooms. Charge you with a broom felony. That one there was just a misdemeanor. I've seen much worse. Morning, Aaron. Is that it? You can do better than that. Buster, is that all you got? Buster? Is he funny, Earl? He's so funny, isn't he? Well, I guess that's all Buster's got for now. No more story? Earl. I've gotten to where I go outside or in another room when I make phone calls because Earl's constantly like doing the fart noises. Like I answered the phone one day, it was the doctor's office, and I say hello, and all of a sudden there's this like a very long icky one, and try explaining that and be like, yeah, that's really, it's my parrot. Yeah, it's real funny, Earl. You feel better now, Buzz? Did you get that off your feathers? I heard you talking about Action Park and sue. Who are you gonna sue? He's like, don't talk to me. Yeah. He's like, don't even talk to me. Yeah. I don't know, I mean, I know one thing, Earl is always watching his stand because he don't want him going up there, but, I mean, they are slightly interested in each other. Like I said, I just worry more about Earl. Are you sleepy now, Buster? That rant make you tired? Huh? Are you annoyed? Are you annoyed? What's he doing? Come here. Let's see, Buster, if I have any seeds. Oh, I do. might not want any of these though. You ate earlier, didn't you? Ate, had water, and a bath, didn't you? Earl, your food is up there too. You haven't eaten yet either. You gonna eat? Yeah. Are you gonna eat? Get up there and eat. Okay, Buster. I'll leave you. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to scare you.
No.
I have to keep a gate just like leaned on my door because of the dogs, so they don't try to run in and out and cause chaos like some of you saw in the live. And sometimes when I move it, it makes a noise and it freaks Buster out a little bit. Last one. That's all I got on me. You know you're a dog person when you have to check your pockets, and a bird when you have to check your pockets for dog treats and bird treats. I can't tell you how many times I've washed that stuff by accident. Yeah, there's always chaos here. Oh, I'm sorry. I think you asked that earlier, Franklin. We haven't really been taking them out a whole lot. One, we've been hearing a lot of hawks. I'm not sure if it's the heat or what, but we've been hearing more than we really usually do in the summertime. Which a lot of times that's why we let one of the dogs out and a human goes out in the yard first. Because when you open the door, Buster will dart out there, and we have to be careful. It's a concern. He did get in the aviary for about 10 minutes last night while my husband was doing something outside, and I had to go do a pickup at the store. And then he got a good bath that way too. But we haven't really been taking him out. It's hot and miserable, and but we will soon, hopefully this weekend, because it is supposed to, the humidity is supposed to get a little better. We normally walk in the evenings after the birds go to bed, and we haven't this week. I know one day it was like 110 here with the heat index. Yeah, I think it was. Anything else? Buster, anything else? I think he probably wants me to come around the corner and annoy him a little bit. Huh? Do you hear? Actually, I don't know, you guys probably can't hear it, but I can hear the hens. I have 6 hens. I'm gonna tell you something. I had 45 chickens plus in Ohio, and they were not as loud as these 6 hens I have here. Every single one of them has to make an announcement when they lay an egg. So, I mean, they're loud. Aren't they, Buster? I'm sorry, am I disgracing your girls? I don't mean to talk bad about your girls. It's all good, they can be loud. They don't seem to, I know that my one neighbors are really, you know, like I talk to them and everything. They're really nice. When I have extra eggs, I give them some. That's what suburban dwellers, they recommend. Like, if you don't want your neighbors to be annoyed, give them eggs free for sometimes. But they're barely giving us enough to sustain ourselves, so I'm not able to do that very often. The ones on the other side, I would certainly think they would not complain after some of the stuff we've put up with. So, and I don't have neighbors behind me. But I'm allowed to have them anyway, so I don't really think there's anything they could do about it. I just think that they're really loud. All right, Buster, I'll leave you be. I see you give me that look. Oh goodness, Max, are you sleepy? You sleepy? Oh, hi Donna, thank you for being here. I actually buy it on Amazon, because that's the cheapest place I found to buy it. Walmart carries it too, and it's pretty much all the same. I get my dried worms really mostly from Walmart, because they have them. They're the cheapest. We're kind of talking about maybe trying to raise mealworms, or just casting worms or whatever, to supplement, because feed has really went up, and it sounds like it's going to go up even more. So we're trying to figure out. I'm looking into doing some fodder, which like kind of it expands your feed, so they want, you know, you kind of get away with having a little bit less. And I'm not allowed to free range here, which I couldn't anyway. But we might make some boxes inside where you put grass seed down with the net over it, and so they can't really eat it until the grass sprouts. And they like the sprouted sunflower seeds I make sometimes too. And then we might make a little chicken tractor where they can go out front and like at least eat around some grass. I won't let them ever in the backyard because we have dogs. We pick some grass for them in areas where the dogs don't go, but with the dogs that we have, I won't let them eat the grass out back, but I would take them out front. Oh, I'm sorry you lost her, Mary. Yeah. We almost got a sulfur. It was it was a lesser sulfur. I can't explain it. Just we couldn't get things to work out about meeting, and then it just all of a sudden it just didn't feel right. And I'm so glad, because then I wouldn't have gotten Buster. So, but they're cute. They're really cute. They're a really large bird, from my understanding. Franklin, I highly recommend chicken keeping. Yeah, my dad was like military, and you know, he grew up during the Great Depression, and he just, I think, always kept the World War II attitude of victory gardens and things like that. And he really impressed that upon me, and so I think anything you can do to help yourself be self-sustaining is wonderful. And I mean, chickens can be a lot of, like, I mean, several of my chickens I can pick up. They're friendly, so it's fun. Me either. And you know, they really don't take up that much room. They don't need a lot of room. I mean, the factory farming is sad, but you know, like I said, there's other things you can do too if you're not allowed to free range. You can make chicken tractors and roll them around different places, and it's safer too that way. You know, I did lose a few to predators in Ohio. One got hit by a car once. So, yeah, I love keeping chickens. I could talk about it all day long. I highly recommend Buff Orpingtons. My daughter's actually raising 3 of them for me right now, and we might actually swap out, because where she lives, it's much more country, and she's got a couple that aren't nearly as loud, so we might do that. Yeah, Elizabeth hasn't been over. Just my daughter's been working a lot. My daughter takes Elizabeth to work with her sometimes, and I'm trying to get her to send me a video of that so I can post it, because it's hilarious. My daughter also found some wild chickens that apparently just either got loose or somebody let loose. She got them. But I hope Elizabeth gets to come over soon. Yeah. She's so funny. There's something wrong with her. Her growth was definitely stunted. And she still has not laid any eggs. I don't think she's ever going to, but she's basically her pet. She does have to stay in her own cage, though, because the other chickens are mean to her. They're bullies. Oh, hey, Dennis. Welcome. Oh, they do fine in the winter. I mean, ours did. I don't know. I mean, we lived in southern Ohio. I mean, it doesn't get as cold as Maine, you know, but we did have a little heat lamp and a light, so that they would lay better in the winter months. Here, we don't do that. But if you have a box that they can get into with, you know, hay or pine, we use pine shavings and pine straw, they'll gather up together and they'll keep each other warm. And we just shut the doors up so they stay warm. You got to check if their water gets frozen, you've got to check that. Heat and cold, both. That's the big thing. Make sure their water is full or not frozen. But they make it just fine through harsh winters. They're pretty hardy, honestly. I gotta run out here real quick and I forgot Max's allergy pill this morning, and he has pretty bad, severe allergies. Let me get his allergy medicine real quick. Donna Mae, I'll tell you, I'll explain here in just a minute. I haven't forgotten, or I didn't miss your comment. But Willie, I hope you heard that I like Buff Orpingtons. and Rhode Island Reds. My Rhode Island Reds are kind of loud, and it's a first experience with that. But I think they're mimicking my Americanas and my other two mixed ones. Because, like I said, they're very loud. And also on buffs and reds, in my opinion, those are the best for egg production too. They do have a California white if you're not worried about, most people get chickens because they want brown eggs or green eggs. The California white lay white eggs, but their egg production is great. I'd actually like to have a few of them, but I just can't right now. Buster, are you gonna come back out here? Oh my. Donna, we are, so I'm just not in my kitchen. So this is Buster and Earl's room. I can't get over to show you Earl's cage because Buster would probably bite my toes off for going in his lair. And then this area is like our pantry. Like there's my deep freezer, Earl's little play place. I store my dog food in here, like just little things like that. It's like a play area / pantry. We hope to add some cabinets along this wall you can't see, and then over here by Earl. We hope to add cabinets over there so that I can like hide some of these extra things I have, like paper plates and some of my cooking dishes. Yeah. Is that funny, Earl? But they, oh, okay, y'all been jerked. They seem to kind of like this area to play in. Buster plays in his room most of the time during the day anyway. What do you talk about? Ooh! Still a misdemeanor. Buster and his brooms. So I hope that answers your question right. But yeah, we've been hanging out in here a lot more often. To be honest, too, like there's a lot of perks to it. Earl seems to talk more in here. It's my water over. Hang on just a second. I did knock my water over, silly. Thanks for that. Okay, let me move this over here. Anyway, there's just been a lot of positive perks to it. Other than, I mean, it's kind of the same like when I'm in the kitchen with Alive. Buster comes in here anyway. And I can usually get him to come out here a little bit better than I can in there. Like enticing him with a broom. Get it, Buster. You're okay, Max. You just knocked my water down. It's no big deal. Here, boys, come on.
Well,
yeah, Annika, if you need some sleep, it's okay.
I got that for tomorrow. I'm traveling. Well, I don't know. Huh?
Oh, Max, here, watch out. Lancaster in Ohio? No, I actually was near Ashland, Kentucky. It was like in that part of the state. Or Ironton, Ohio, Parkersburg, West Virginia, like that area. It's actually part of the Appalachian Mountains. My daughter works at a nursery.
You don't work?
You doing work? Yep.
Sure.
Oh. Oh my goodness. Oh. Come on. Lay down. Well, you guys got jerked. All you need now is your pew pew. Right? All you need now is your pew pews. I'm find it. Here's your toothbrush. Get your toothbrush and put it inside your room. I'm gonna have to get a new broom and dustpan again, I see. Here, Max. Here, I'll pet you. I know you're extra itchy. A plant nursery. Sorry, you guys. He does that a lot. He would probably chew on the door and like beak it and knock at it. But he would not even appreciate me touching his door. He doesn't like me in his room. I don't know how to pronounce your name or else I would, but hello. Yeah, he's been kind of loud the last couple days like that too. But it's all good. It doesn't really bother me.
What? Sure. I love it. Earl, stop.
Yeah, he does this other one actually that he's never really done on a live that's even louder than that. I tried to catch it on video this morning and he stopped. But sometimes he'll get on that one and he'll just do it over and over and over and over. But yeah, it gets to Ken a little bit sometimes. But really everybody, when he does it over and over and over, like sometimes he needs a break. Like you can tell when he's ready for bed, he's just spent at the end of the day. These are like some new laughs and voices today that I've never heard. Huh, Earl? Are you doing some newbie stuff? Mm-hmm. See, I don't know if you can see him, but I came out of my room and he sees me and he knows I'm going to touch the broom. Oh, that boy and his brooms. Yes, we all have our guilty pleasures. Right, Earl? Hello. How are you, Bus? What? Oh, I see. I kind of...
Huh?
Earl, they can't see you very well.
We're being off there.
Well, What? Bobo, come over here, please. I can't get to my chair. Come here. Come on.
What are you doing, Earl?
What are you doing, Earl? Was that better, you guys? Yeah. Is that better? Okay.
You got your more?
Yeah, he has his water. Don't worry. Yeah, there you go. Little pro tip on stand-up deep freezers. I've never had one. This is our first one. I always had the other, long ones. I got meat out of the freezer the other night and didn't realize it didn't close, and I lost over $100 worth of food because I didn't realize it. It doesn't beep. So it comes with a key. So now I have a hook, a magnetic hook, and there's a new house rule that when you close it, you have to lock it so that we know for sure that it's locked. It was really disappointing, especially with meat prices the way they are right now, but it's okay. Buster likes to hide under his cage, so I entice him back out with a broom here and there. Yeah, I lost some of your food too, Buster, some of your chop. Thank you. Honestly, I do like the upright better. I'm not sure what happened. I do have some stuff sitting on top of there. I don't know if something maybe jammed it up a little bit or whatever. But the key is kind of a pain too, so I think I'm going to see if we can just put on a latch, a sliding latch. Well, not a latch, but you know what I mean. I stayed away from the stand-ups for years because, the people I knew, older people were like, oh no, they're awful. I personally think that I can get to things so much easier. And I have a shelf for chicken, I have a shelf for beef, I have a shelf for pork and vegetables, so I like it way better. I wish I could have gotten the next size up, but freezers have really went up. People are trying to sell broken freezers for $50. I don't get it, but anyway. Oh, hi Simba. Yeah, he went under his cage again. I'll lure him back out. Here we say it. I can't speak right now. There him is. Is that funny, Earl? Did any of you guys catch the Earl show on Sunday? I was wondering how many of you would like to see more of that.
Well, maybe I should go find that word. Okay. I think I'll over that.
Earl also has a lot of phone conversations, as you guys can probably hear. I honestly think that, whoever he was with talked on the phone quite a bit. Hear a little rumbling in the distance. We might be getting a storm. Will you getting a storm your way? Oh, I appreciate that, Julia. Yeah, it clouded up and then now the sun's back out, but I can hear like some rumbling in the distance, so we'll see. With this heat, I mean, you can pretty much count on a pop-up storm just about every day. Amanda, did it finally get better in Tennessee? Earl, Buster, we want you to stay out here. Tell us some stories. You have to talk about Action Park. Ruth might be listening. She wants to hear all about Action Park. She lives there. She lived there. She's been there. What do you think? Oh, Buster, I love you. I love you too, Earl. Yeah. So African Greys, like, not all of them, but a lot of them don't really want to be picked up and handled and carried around all the time. Be nice. Thank you, Earl. Love you. So I know people say a lot like you want more interaction with Earl and stuff, but as far as like he'll step up on my husband sometimes. I get a rub here and there. But he's also cage bound for many years. So they get a little bit phobic when they've been like that. So it's taken a lot of time, but we go at his pace. We go at what he's comfortable with. Yeah, and what he said too. Oh yeah, I love Conyers, Connors, Conyer. I don't know. Everybody says it different. Franklin, he prefers the rectangular. I'll go grab them each and see. I mean, he still plays with his scrubbies, don't get me wrong, but right now his big gig is toothbrushes. Look, do you guys see that toothbrush in there? Like that's like his thing right now. I have to move this up. I'll be right back. But I have one of the scrub mommies that are kind of, I've been meaning to give it to him anyway. Okay, hang on, let me make sure I got them in frame. Okay, here, Buster. Which one do you choose? Which scrub daddy? Scrub daddy, scrub mommy. See, I think he likes the scrub daddies better because he's dad's boy. Which one? Here, I'll let you decide. Oh, Buster. You want to go to a yard sale? What is that? Hey. I think conures can be an okay first bird. You know, do your research. I like the green cheek or the pineapple. They're a bit smaller. There are some other ones that are a little bit bigger. I think there's a blue crusted and yellow, which the yellow one sounds kind of rare. Another page I follow, because I kind of like to have a little bird that is bonded with me, and I've been thinking about a Senegal or a Cape. Another channel I follow, Parrot Bliss, she likes the Capes the best. Budgies / parakeets, they're the same thing, are very underrated, and they're a very good first bird. They can be very phobic, but if you just get one, don't give them a mirror. A mirror is a big misconception. Don't give your birds mirrors. You know, they can be very, very loving and even talk. It takes them a couple years, and they talk real raspy, but a conure can talk. Our green cheek conure spoke in full sentences. Again, it was very birdy, but still. Cockatiels, very good first birds. But I personally, like I said, I love conures. I think they're great. Oh, that's Earl. Earl's into the Barbie house. I do too, Carrie. I think he should be in the second movie. Yeah, I don't know what it is with Buster. I mean, it's like very toddler-like, but he has this thing now where most of his stories are at bedtime. And so it's like he's changed from like, you know, a story time right when dad gets home from work to like a bedtime story. And it's so very toddler-like, you know, trying to talk your way out of going to bed. But it's hilarious. And I always tell him to get his steps in. Like, I'm like, hurry up, get your steps in before you get covered, and he'll start running around. So it's pretty funny. And he knows, like my husband tells him, like, okay, Buster, it's time for bed, and away we go. So he knows. Earl goes first. Sometimes Earl goes about 5. Not necessarily covered, but he you know, he needs to go. Right, Earl? We know when Earl's done. When he's done, he's done. They can, Willie, you're right. They really can. Oh, see you later, River. Hey, River, if you've never been around birds, I really suggest you try to bird sit or work at a volunteer at a rescue to make sure you're not allergic. It's the #1 reason people rehome birds. So if you could do that for yourself, like, that would be great. But thank you for being here. Hope to see you next time. Yeah, I think you can kind of see the Jeep a little bit, Willie. It's over here in the corner. I have a Kindle, like, launching off of it or hanging on it, and Buster talks to him a lot. It's pretty funny. It's So Buster's just been talking in like little small spurts like you guys have been seeing here, and I can't always get him. So I feel like I haven't been posting much, which I hate, but I just don't always have anything.
Oh, okay.
I have some for tomorrow, maybe Saturday. I had gotten him a couple toys at Goodwill. I found one of these little face coverings from Squid Games and put it on him, and it's funny when Ken puts stuff on. How Buster reacts, and a couple little toys. Uh-oh, Earl. He's up in your neighborhood now. He's on your lawn. You're so funny, Earl.
I know, what?
Yeah, the dander can be bad. Honestly, I think parakeet's dander is really bad. Because Ani's mom, she has Ani the cockatoo, and then she has a little cockatiel, Alex, and she's always telling me, get you a cockatiel, it will love you. Yeah. I think that conures, whatever, bond more with one person, or they have the ability to, like Buddy Love, he was good with pretty much all of us. I mean, they're nippy. All birds, little birds can be nippy. But yeah, he was the best. He was awesome. But he could be pretty loud too. I don't know that I think personally when Earl gets in his mood, he's louder than Buster is 90% of the time. Buster has had very few like cockatoo meltdowns. In fact, he's had such few. He had one day, and I was worried about him. But I mean, they just do that sometimes. A cockatooed.
I wouldn't.
Yeah. Are you done? Is that? I mean, he kind of tries to, sometimes he climbs on Max off my husband. We haven't been able to catch it on video. He wants to talk to Bo when Bo's eating, but I'm still in the working stage on that. Like, anytime we get a new dog, they have to eat their dinner in a kennel for a very long time until it's proven like they can eat in harmony. For example, Max, he has to eat alone because he was nearly starved to death when we got him. And, he might be fine, but it's too much of a risk. They will kind of growl and grumble at each other, so Max will forever eat in a room on his own. Our three, Charlie, Daisy, and Izzy can eat in harmony together, and they're fine. But, Bo, we feed in a kennel still until we get figured out for sure. I'm supposed to do some training with him, but the lady said she was going to get with me in July, and it's almost the end of August, so I'm going to have to start looking elsewhere, I think. Yeah, they do sometimes in the mornings. So my birds are on a 6 to 6 schedule because birds need 12 hours of dark and rest. And so they're on a 6 to 6. So they go to bed at 6 at night, and I uncover them at 6 in the morning. And they have what I call cage time in the morning. So I let them have a few hours of just, Buster has like a bucket of toys. Earl kind of likes to eat some of his food. Sometimes he does his screamy screams, but they will talk back and forth a little bit to each other. Earl has gotten to where he's really good at imitating Buster. Like, man, come You gonna tell everybody Merry Christmas in Buster's voice today? So, but yeah, I don't feel as though they're bonded like some birds. So I keep having the weirdest dream. I keep dreaming, it's hilarious, Earl, that I wake up one morning and uncover Earl, and there's a condor in the cage with him, and they're bonded. And I don't know where it comes from, and I keep saying, like, so if anybody's a dream interpreter, let me know. But I have dreamt this like 4 times, and it is the strangest thing. And this bird just shows up out of nowhere, and he's in Earl's cage, and they're bonded. So I don't know what it means, but anyway, I don't consider them bonded. I think Buster is much more interested in Earl than the other way around. Oh, what happened here? He saw me, so I had moved my chair just a tad because I was going to try to video him from the room so that I could post that later. I've done that before. I think it's funny. Can you guys see him now? Let me move this back a little. Anyway, he saw me, saw my phone, and he's like, oh. Bring the thunder, Buster. I slightly moved my chair. I sit a kitchen chair in here on live days in my room, and I have like my laptop set up on my bed, and I make sure Bo and Max have had plenty of time out before, and then we just chill in here. And I, play camera lady, moving the camera around to get everybody in frame. But he heard me move my chair and then saw me and saw the phone and knew I was about to record, and so you had to hush, didn't you, Bus? Willie, back on the age thing, honestly, I mean, by what I'm told, Earl's 34, but he could be older. I I don't think he would be any younger, but he could possibly be older. One of the things I've learned about taking in birds or whatever is that people don't always tell you the truth. And I'm not being mean, like, I know many of the things that I was told I know is true because I saw him, I went to his house where he lived, so I know a lot of it to be true. But when it comes to age and stuff like that, most people are going to tell you that they're younger than they are because most people want a younger bird. But see, me, I want an older bird. Because they live a long time, so I prefer an older bird. But a channel I watched, she made a good point. You know, at least you know if you get a baby bird, you know you're going to give it a good life as long as you can, and that is true. It's just a personal conviction of mine. I only want birds that are older. I would only take in a baby one as like probably an emergency. There's been in my area in the past month, I think I've seen 6 birds that are loose. And I think only one found its owner. And you know, I don't know what's going on. I don't know if people are just letting them go. I don't know if they're getting out and then they just don't find them or what. But there's been like 6 birds in the last couple months that I've seen on Facebook that are, they just show up at their house. Oh, I forgot to answer that one. Thank you, Amanda. Wendy, baby Mark. You went back to Ohio? Okay. I am trying to figure out ways to like incorporate the dogs more. You know, but it would not really always include the birds. Like I said, Buster is fine with our dogs. He kind of tries to chase Izzy around here and there. It's like a kid or another dog. Like he's just trying to show her, like, hey, I'm the boss here. But I mean, he's definitely not as close to any of them like he was Buddy, and that's all I can say about that. But yeah, I am trying to figure out ways, like if Bo goes through the training that I'm wanting him to go through, I intended on doing that. I thought about showing tips on, like when I got Max spun in a circle because he'd been tied to a tree and all he could do was go in a circle. It took me over a year to get him to walk in a straight line. And still to this day, when he gets anxious, he spins. So I thought about doing little things like that, but I do need to do more of that. I love that. Like, I mean, there's a lot of things, you know, that we've reviewed. That the washing machine, that was great. Like I said, I have to keep a mini washer. It takes a lot of the stress off my main washing machine. With the cleaning towels, the rugs, like our rugs are full of sand even when I shake them, and it's just really hard on a washing machine. I have to show you guys the blade. When my husband switches the blade, I'll do a video next time. I mean, the sand is like, it destroys it. It's something else. Oh, here him comes. You gonna get on your soapbox? I forgot where I was going now. Squirrel. Oh, the grooming kit. But yeah, that was really nice. And I'm trying to think, and like, some people don't like review videos, but like I got that pet water kit, and Buster did like that, but he was just going to chew it. He was starting to try to chew it up, and I was worried because it had a cord. So I sent that to the dog pound where I used to live. I donated it to them. So if I get something, even if I like it, but I feel like I'm not able to use it. I'm sorry for interrupting you, Earl. I'll donate it. So there's that aspect of it too. But I'm using that grooming kit again this weekend because I gotta groom more dogs. Yeah, I think so too. That's true. Earl. I think, this is a lot of times where Buster does go on like his rants and stuff. So I think he's finally, we're in this area more and more. He's getting used to it. Right? But he hasn't had a real good one in a while. So I'm waiting on that. It's gonna be epic when it happens. There's another noise that Earl makes that's 10 times louder than that one. And he'll do it over and over for 5 minutes straight. Sometimes. Buster, I found the cheese I had in here for you. Do you want a piece of cheese? Here. You've been telling some good stories. You can have a reward, huh? You want water? He's got plenty of water, Earl. You want a reward? Yeah, that's true. Amanda, did yours grow? Did the one you planted grow? And I think we're going to try, if we can, to expand our garden a little bit and put up a different type of fencing. Like potatoes, a 10-pound bag of potatoes right now is between $8 and $10. So they don't grow well in the heat. So that's going to be part of our fall and winter garden. So I do think we're going to show some stuff like that. But Buster always, even if he's in his kennel, out his aviary, he's always included in that. And sometimes Earl is too. He likes to give sister advice, don't you? Yeah. So we always kind of incorporate him in. Mostly because they're always with us. Yeah, a lot of my grape tomatoes, the little orange ones, are split, and I guess that's a sign of too much water. So it has to be from the rain. I'm going to get my soil tested, I hope, pretty soon. Our college does it. So I think I'm going to do that, because I'm going to try this year to grow tomatoes all year. So they're predicting we're going to have a bad winter, but we'll see. But I can cover it with like a tarp if it's going to be below freezing at night. And we don't get as much sun, but I think we could be okay.
I know it.
You know it? Good. Willie, has your garden recovered from the stuff you used?
Was that? Was that? Proper. Oh, look. Like proper. Like the water?
We'll talk about Earl.
Right?
Yeah, so I have a lot of cucumbers. Some of them aren't the best, but I just feed them to the chickens. I take a little bit of seed from them, and I give the rest to the chickens. They love them. But my zucchini and my summer squash is not coming up at all, which is really unusual. Like, you can literally grow that anywhere, any kind of soil conditions or anything. But I think it's just getting scorched from where it rains and then the sun comes back out, and I think it's kind of scorching it. But I don't know, because I love zucchini and summer squash and cucumbers. They're like some of my favorite things.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like a hot turkey.
Yeah.
The water.
Oh, you have Jack and the Beanstalk? How cool.
All right. All right. Like a bottle of water.
Yeah, so I haven't really had any trouble with like beetles or anything. But they're getting burnt, you know. Cause I was gonna we had talked about you can actually eat fry squash flowers. I mean, you obviously don't get the squash from it then, but they're really good. I like dandelions. Fried dandelion tops the best, but like squash would be second. And I know you suggested a video on it, and so I went out to get, and they got burned up. But like I said, I'm gonna plant another garden sometime in October. So hopefully we get a better yield from all that then. But I did get a lot of cucumbers. It's just a lot of them wasn't really any good. What are you doing, Buster? Alexa, resume.
The water.
Here, Buster, one piece of bread. Just a little piece.
Here.
Of course, you threw the other one down. I gave you another piece and you threw it down. You gonna have that one?
The water.
Mm-hmm. Sit. Sit.
Look at that. The water.
Oh, look.
The water.
fix this camera, don't I? I'm not really understanding what Earl's saying. I'll try to go back sometime and listen. Because Earl does talk very plain. I'm just in the next room, and then, you know, my hearing is kind of bad too, so. Right, Earl?
Here, look up. I know what, right? Water.
BT it's called.
So we gotta go right.
Yeah. Yeah, he worries about everybody's water. It is hot out, isn't it, Earl? Hmm? You telling everybody to drink their water and stay hydrated? You worried about everybody? You done, Buster?
Here, the water. Go, go.
Hey, stay out here. What are you doing? He's getting in his cage.